All right, wrestling fans, welcome back to the We Can't Wrestle podcast. Book or the Box. We have the box, which is a WWE trivia game, and we have the book, which is an old racist. So
Yes.
it's a great gimmick we got going here.
If this winds up on Peacock, it's going to be a 20-minute episode.
Speaking of networks, before we get back into the questions, for those of you listening to the show, if you are not aware, as of this weekend, it will be active. It will be on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. WrestleNet Radio is coming your way. We are proud to be embarking on this journey. Not only will we have live shows with your co-hosts that you normally hear on the We Can't Wrestle podcast, we are developing other shows. Aaron and Chad Austin are thinking about doing a territory show together. We're just finalizing what we're going to do for that. There may be a John Majewski show on the WrestleNet Radio that he and I are talking about. David Gold and many, many more. So stay tuned, but definitely check out the We Can't Wrestle Facebook group because I will be posting the information there for the website you can go to. And there will be an Android app, an iPhone app, an Apple app is in the works. With Apple, everything is always a pain in the ass. Everything always costs more money, and everything always takes longer with Apple. So be patient, but that will be coming as well. But very excited about WrestleNet
How do
Radio.
you like those apples? Not very much.
We need a Mike Zika show.
That would be cool. You never get to hear Mike. He's modest. Yeah. He does great work with the videos and stuff. The man's a genius. And he actually made the intro that you hear every week here on the We Can't Wrestle podcast. So, yes, that would be awesome, too, to have Mike as part of the radio station. But, again, WrestleNet Radio coming your way from us here at the We Can't Wrestle family. Very excited about this. I think it's going to change the game in wrestling podcasting. And that being said, I'm going to keep trying to defend my title here. The hot dog kid. Can't get over it. All right. I'm going to go with this time around with the box.
All right. What was the name of the tag team made up of, is it Shad or Shad?
Shad.
Shad. All right, Shad and JTG.
That was Crime Time.
It was Crime Time.
Money. Yeah.
Cool tag team. I really enjoyed them. And they were one of the last, like, I don't want to say modern product, but you know what I mean. Like, they were one of the last, like, cool gimmicks that the WWE had. And obviously Shad is a fucking hero. And
one of the greatest sketches in modern, like one of my favorite, I don't know to say greatest, I don't know, whatever. It's WWE, but one of my favorite WWE humor sketches of the modern era is at that SummerSlam. I think it's at a SummerSlam when they're in the room with
William Regal.
With William Regal and Teddy Long and Vince McMahon and yeah.
Ouch.
It's fantastic. All right, Aaron.
Regal dancing was hysterical.
Oh yeah, and he's got his little beanie hat on sideways.
Yep.
Fantastic. And then he's the last one dancing, and McMahon's just looking at him. Gold.
Good stuff. I've been doing a lot of books, so let's do box.
Alrighty. WrestleMania is the longest-running annual pay-per-view event on WWE calendar. What is the second?
Ooh.
Is it the Survivor Series?
It is the Survivor Series.
Good one, Aaron.
I almost said Rumble, but I wasn't a hundy. But I thought it was.
Yeah.
Right.
The first Survivor Series was in '87, and the first Rumble and SummerSlam were both in '88. Actually, I guess technically the first Rumble pay-per-view was in '89 because the first Royal Rumble was on USA Network.
There's the Survivor Series when Bobby Heenan's team, they were cutting their promo, and I think everybody was on coke. But anyway, yeah, I love. Not to get on a tangent, I'm not going to, but I was just going to say that, Nate, I always know you were always a big fan of the Royal Rumble, but I loved the Survivor Series. I thought the Survivor Series is cool. the Survivor Series is cooler than the Rumble because if like you look at like the pay-per-view as a whole, it encapsulates what I can't say that word. It basically shows you what was going on that entire year.
Right.
Yeah, because you're
they
matching
take
up
all the feuds and they put them all mashed up together. I love the Survivor Series. Fun shit.
Senior Mitchell.
I will take L-Box.
L-Box. Who, just 1 year after his debut in WWE, defeated Hulk Hogan for the WWE Championship at the 1991 Survivor Series?
Can you broke up towards the ending of the question? Can you repeat that?
Absolutely. Who, just after 1 year of his debut in WWE, defeated Hulk Hogan for WWE Championship at the 1991 Survivor Series?
Okay, now I got it. Yeah, perfect. Who is The Undertaker?
It is.
Yes, it was, and that was a confusing time for young WWE fans. Undertaker wins the title, then it's taken away from him. The Tuesday in Texas deal, and then into the Royal Rumble with Ric Flair, which we've discussed that this Tuesday in Texas pay-per-view on a former episode here of the We Can't Wrestle podcast.
It was also the tumbling of Tunney. Like, it was his mishandling of this whole situation that brought the downfall of Jack Tunney as president.
Yep. And it's also where Hulk Hogan started to reveal his true heelness because he got pissed off losing the title to Taker. He kicked out at 3 Ugly. And then at the Rumble, he eliminated Sid, even though he was already eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
And he got mad that Sid eliminated him.
Yeah,
right.
That's the point.
Yep.
All right, let me go with the book this time.
The book.
Here's some racist shit.
Risking it.
They defeated Adrian Adonis and Blank for the tag team belt. I don't know who they is, but it says they. So Dick Murdoch, Bret Hart, Ken Patera, I don't know. Tony Atlas.
Yeah.
It was Dick Murdoch, I believe, and we're probably talking about Tony Atlas and Rocky
Johnson.
Yeah. So I think I did pretty good on that, having no context.
That was a really loose question.
It was.
The book was probably happy with that victory.
Well, when I started reading, I thought they was going to be who you had to figure out who they were in the answers, but no, I'm like, wait, there's a blank here. So shame on me for not reading ahead. Again.
Well, I'm glad I got it.
I'm glad you got it.
I am too.
Aaron?
Book it.
Book it, all right.
Remember the Book It program with the sticker?
Yeah.
Yeah, if they had more Book It programs, I'd read more books. Like if I knew if I got a little pizza at the end of the month, because I read like 6 books, I'd be reading like a motherfucker.
Book it!
Yeah. Give me a little pizza, I'll read all the books you want.
I read Caligula. I get a large pizza.
Aaron, why did you read 27 books this month? Because I wanted pizza.
I like pizza.
All right. Bobby Eaton is known in wrestling circles as bad, beautiful, nasty, or gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
He was beautiful.
He was beautiful.
Nasty Bobby.
Bobby Eaton, by the way, just as a side note, bell to bell, one of the greatest workers in the history of professional wrestling.
Without a doubt.
Bell to bell, yeah. I mean, you can't argue with that.
Even with the throwaway tag team he had with Steve Kearns, the Bad Attitude team, they were still actually a really good team. They just didn't have anything to grow on because WCW was putting all their eggs in the basket for NWO.
When you hear the wrestling historians talk about Eaton, obviously you dig into the Midnight Express, and he was in the Dangerous Alliance. But I think a team that doesn't get brought up enough in at least wrestling history conversations is Bobby Eaton and William Regal when they were the Blue Bloods.
The Blue Bloods, without a doubt.
They were a fantastic tag team.
Underrated. They didn't. They never gave them the tag titles, right?
Oh, they might. I'd have to go back and look. They might have had one of those reigns where they, like on Nitro, they beat Harlem Heat, and then Harlem Heat beat them the next week or something.
They lost it back like a week or so later, right?
Yeah, I'd have to go back and take a look. I'm not sure. That's a good question. That could be a trivia question.
It could. Can I Google it and give the answer and get a point? Let me go with the box again.
All right. What WWE champion had a customized Smoking Skull Championship designed for him?
Who is Stone Cold Steve Austin?
You are correct.
What do you guys think about the fact that...
Hell yeah.
Hey, I want to say something here. This week proved that at this point, WWE in no way, shape, or form looks at AEW as competition at all.
Because they let Jericho show up on the...
They're letting Chris Jericho come on WWE Network and be with Stone Cold. Like, they're looking at this fucking child's play going, this isn't a threat to us. Yeah, let Jericho come on the damn show. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Imagine Vince McMahon in 1998, like, let Goldberg come on. You know, like, no way. They don't. They didn't move NXT because they're threatened by AEW. They moved NXT because they figured out
because of hockey.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. AEW is a blip. So anyway.
The USA Network basically said, look, you went to Fox with SmackDown instead of offering it to us. So now we're going to make you move NXT for hockey. And Vince went, okay.
Yeah, whatever. But anyway, when I saw that announcement, that was the first thing I thought was Vince doesn't give a shit about AEW.
The best thing that was said about it was CM Punk went and did a Q&A, and somebody asked him, what do you think about Jericho being on Austin's show? And Punk looked into the camera and went, Vince doesn't fear AEW. It doesn't even matter to him.
All right. This time, I'm going with a box.
All right. Triple H ruined what superstar's wedding with Stephanie McMahon when the game revealed he had secretly married Stephanie?
Test.
You are correct.
One of my favorite storylines.
It was... And I think the way that they executed it was better, more better. That's not an expression. The way that they executed it was better than the way that Vince Russo wanted to execute it also.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And they made it a spectacle. They made it, it wasn't just a throwaway thing. Say what you want about Test. I always dug Test. He wasn't necessarily the greatest worker in the world, but I liked Test. I liked him more as a heel than a babyface. But man, he got the shaft in that whole thing. Yes. Like they did not use the heat that he would have had as a babyface to work a program with Triple H. He just got a throwaway match with Triple H on Raw, and that was that. And then before you know it, he was in TNA with Albert and Trish Stratus.
Andrew Martin. I'm not saying that Andrew Martin should have been like a 6-month WWF champion or anything like that, but he should have had a pay-per-view to pay-per-view rank.
Well, here was the thing,
and he was over.
He fought Shane McMahon for the right to marry Stephanie, to even date her. So okay, you fought the brother, you did all that. Now she gets stolen from you, and you're only going to have one match to even try to make do anything about it.
He was over in the fact that also people dug him. He was talented. He was a big guy, but chicks dug him too. When he would come out, he was a big, good looking guy. And I'm not saying he should have, like I said, not saying he should have been like a 6-month world heavyweight champion or anything, but that should have been a title match program.
Yeah, take the title and then cut the promo saying you may have taken the woman, but I took the belt that you covered so much or something.
Yeah, Kendall probably listens to us have these conversations. She's like, "What the fuck is going on?
Who are these people?"
No,
Aaron,
what's the score?
I'm just screening questions right now. You're doing good.
You're not allowed to screen it. You just have to read it.
What's the score? What's the score?
I currently am sitting at 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Aaron has 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Archie has 8.
Ooh.
All right.
So we are halfway to a victory here.
I'm going to play it with the box here on this one.
Alrighty. After Edge had to vacate his half of the WWE Tag Team Championship due to injury in 2009, what gigantic superstar stepped in as Chris Jericho's partner?
Oh.
Big Show.
Yep.
You are correct.
Jericho.
Yeah.
That was a great team because that was when Jericho was doing his cocky, low key, wearing the suit thing. So now he's smug and cocky, talking shit, and he's got a giant behind him.
Right.
And yeah, that was fun stuff.
That's kind of what MJF is missing in AEW. Don't get me wrong. Wardlow looks like he's menacing, but he's like 5'11". You know what I mean? I need a guy who's like 7 foot who's going to be behind you in order for me to take you seriously.
Mm-hmm. Well, people criticize what's his name, AJ's bodyguard.
I like Omos. I think he's
well, that and look how impressive he looks. I mean, AJ stands in front of him, and like not only is he shorter, but he's
wider.
Yeah, the guy's wider behind him too. Like he engulfs him. It's fantastic.
He flung Xavier Woods like 2 weeks ago, and even I went, "Oh shit!" Like it wasn't just a normal throw. It was like, "Wow!"
Right.
You know. All right. Whose turn?
Your
my
turn.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Sticking with the box.
All right. What former WWE diva appeared in several GoDaddy commercials that aired during Super Bowls?
Who is Candice Michelle?
You got it.
I like those commercials.
Me too.
That was funny. Aaron's like, I like those commercials.
I like those commercials.
I am going with the book.
Alrighty.
The Book of Racism.
Sergeant Slaughter and Blank were a highly successful combo in the NWA.
Don Kernodle.
Oh, good. I'm glad you said that because I didn't know if it was Kernodle or.
Well, you know
I
what?
wanted to hear her pronounce it.
You know what's funny though. There isn't a definitive pronunciation of his name because half the wrestlers would say Don Kernodle and the other half would say Don Kernoodle.
Yeah, I was like, I went to read it. I'm like, Kernoodle.
Kernodle.
Kernodle.
Just for shits and giggles, who were the other options?
Jerry Lawler. Oh my God. Jerry Lawler, Dusty Rhodes, or Lanny Poffo?
And Slaughter and Poffo.
Yeah, that would
Listen here, you pukes. Yes, me and Sergeant Slaughter. All right, Aaron, you're next.
Book.
All right. Let's see. What team has more difficulty getting around the ring? Strikeforce, the British Bulldogs, the Rock and Roll Express, or Hulk Hogan and Mr. T?
Has more difficulty getting around the ring?
Yep.
Why did I expect it to be like the biggest, fattest wrestlers that there were? Like, because they couldn't get
I don't
in and out of the ring?
understand this.
Yeah.
Repeat it,
I have
please.
no clarity.
Hold on.
Team has
we're gonna let Aaron pick another question, but I think the person writing the book was editorializing and saying that Hulk Hogan and Mr. T might not be the greatest wrestlers in the world.
Maybe.
Was the answer Hulk Hogan and Mr. T?
It was.
Okay. So I think the person the old racist was editorializing.
But
here.
Mr. T actually wasn't that bad at WrestleMania 1 or 2 for that.
I'll stick with the book, but that question was
bad.
Okay, well, let's see. Barry Windham has tagged with younger brother Kendall.
True or false?
Yes, true.
It is true.
It's Barry Windham.
Windham.
I like Windham.
Windham is great.
I like Windham.
I like my Windham with pineapple and brown sugar seasoning.
What how do you pronounce it?
Wyndham.
Oh, let's spell Windham. So
yeah, I know.
Wait. Did they actually put wind and then a space and then ham?
no. It's just spelled with Windham.
Okay.
But it's one word.
I like eating a ham sandwich with the fan on. That's okay. A hair blown in the breeze. Fun stuff.
I can't say the same, Aaron. I will take the box.
The box. How many men competed in the first Royal Rumble match in January 1988?
Wow. We were just talking about this. Jim Duggan won it. I believe it was, wow. I will say 20.
Good answer.
Ooh.
That is correct. 20 men in the original Royal Rumble. And as we discussed earlier, that was not a pay-per-view. It actually aired as a special on the USA Network to counteract not Starcade.
Clash of the Champions, I think.
It was the Bunkhouse Stampede. I believe.
Duggan eliminated Gang, didn't he?
Yep.
All
right, I'm going with the box.
The box. 1997's In Your House Ground Zero saw masked American hero The Patriot challenge what anti-American WWE champion for the title?
My man, Bret the Hitman Hart.
You are correct.
Greatest heel run ever was Bret Hart's 1997 heel run. I've said it ad nauseum in this show. I don't have to elaborate anymore. But yes, the Patriot challenged Bret for the WWF title at Ground Zero.
You know what I always wondered from that pay-per-view to the next one? The Patriots' counterpart to Battle the Hearts was Big Van Vader, who was never that patriot. He was like, I'm from America. He wasn't that guy. So, it had to just be a throw together. Like, okay, Vader isn't doing anything. Put him with Del Wicks.
Yeah, it was Vince Russo going, bro. Listen.
Bro.
All right, so let me run this down real quick just to add them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm at 9. Aaron is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In the lead, yes. Archie, though, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait. 3 and 3. No, you're at 10 also, Archie. So you're both beating me and you're tied at 10.
Yes.
All right. Well, is it my turn?
Yep.
I'll go with the box.
The box?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I had interference.
Okay.
All right. Who defeated Ric Flair in a Loser Leaves WWE match on a January 1993 episode of Raw?
Mr. Perfect.
It sure was.
Goddamn right it was. And it was a fucking masterpiece.
It really was.
Everybody did a fantastic job. And it was another callback to how awesome Bobby Heenan was.
Yep. Absolutely distressed.
My boys are fighting. It was fucking fantastic.
I will stick with the box.
And I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Say what you're going to say.
I was just going to say, I don't know if there was ever... I don't know if there was ever a classier separation between a company and a wrestler and a classier exit for a wrestler than Flair leaving the WWF in 93.
I agree.
It was amicable. Him and Vince were, this is... Vince essentially said to Rick, "This is what's best for you. I'm not going to hold you in your contract." It was just a show of respect by the promoter, and then a show of respect by Flair the way he went out.
And Flair said that in his book. He said when he signed with Vince, like Vince was like, "I don't do guarantees," and Flair was like, "That's fine, but if you're ever going to use me as anything but a main eventer, I'm going to leave." And Vince said okay, and then Vince wanted to move him down the card and have him start working with like El Matador and shit. Mm-hmm. And Flair was like, "That's not what we said we were going to do," and they were just both like, "Okay." Yeah. And Flair did his job great.
Yeah,
on that Raw, and Vince respected him, and it's also, I was gonna say, like, everything I want to say about Flair being in the WWF at that time. Sometimes I say like Vince dropped the ball with it a little bit, and in my opinion, he did. But Ric Flair, Bobby Heenan, and Kurt Hennig was a fucking great little faction.
It was
fucking great.
And then they replaced Flair with Luger.
But yeah, it was no doubt fantastic.
So you said you wanted the box, right?
Yes.
Alrighty. What superstar returned to WWE at Survivor Series 2002, attacking both Matt Hardy and Christopher Nowinski? Nowinski? Sure.
Big Papa Pump is your hookup. Holla if you hear me. Scott Steiner.
You got it.
Scott Steiner. Talk about a failed WWE run.
Both of them. When he was with Rick and then by himself. They were both bad.
Yeah, Scott Steiner was just not, as much as he was pretty much Vince McMahon's type of wrestler, he was not made to be in the WWE.
Nope. Nope. I was watching worse wrestlers that came in during the whole invasion and after, and the matches he had with Triple H were just botch fests.
Yeah,
like he was falling over out of his feet, and I was like, why was he so incoherent while he was in the WWE? Like, what drug was he on when he finally got to the WWE as Big Pop Pump? You know?
Yeah, total failure. I'm being a failure right now, and I'm behind, so I'm going to go with the box. I don't want to risk the book right now.
I thought you were going to go out in style.
I lied. I'm a heel.
That was when he was 2 behind. He's only 1 behind now.
Okay. At the 1999 Royal Rumble, who did The Rock defeat in an I Quit match to win the WWE Championship for a second time?
Mankind.
Is that Mick Foley?
Yes.
Then yes, that's who it is.
If you'll remember, Mrs. Maxson, that was one of the matches we watched on the Wife Watches Wrestling. The match where Rock was cracking him over the head with the chair umpteen times while Mick's hands were handcuffed behind him. That's one of the matches I had you watch on the show at one point. But yes.
Now, Nate, I've always wondered, the match that took Mick out of ECW was Shane Douglas versus Cactus Jack. And they did that same thing. Shane tied his hands behind his back with handcuffs, and he bashed him in the head with a chair, and then he applied a figure 4. So I'm wondering if Mick went to the Rock and was like, look, I got a spot. I think we could pull it off. And Rock was like, yeah, no problem. I'll hit you with a chair 87 times.
Yeah. I'll get the heat by doing nothing.
Right.
Well, yeah, he took it, but Shane was a professional. And and say what you want to say about The Rock, but at Royal Rumble, Rock wasn't.
Right, Rock really busted him open. You know,
Foley said repeatedly that he basically told Rock, hit me like 4 or 5 times, and Rock just went into a fucking business for himself and just kept going and going and going. And he's like, I'm turning my back to this guy, and he still fucking hit me in the goddamn head. It was great watching it at the time because you're like, holy shit, this is fantastic.
But to hear it recalled back is like really horrible. You're like feeling bad for Mick. You know.
Aaron, you're next.
Book.
All right. Identify Rick's tag mate. Steve Kern, Butch Miller, Robert Gibson, or Tommy Rogers?
I'm assuming that Rick is teaming with Gibson.
You are correct.
Nice assumption.
The book is like, I'm drunk today. Who was Rick's tag team partner?
Gibson? Yeah.
The next question is, he had a great perm. Ernie Ladd? I don't know. All right, Archie.
Who's Andy's second cousin?
And finally, what's his sign?
For bonus points.
You should have picked Kane.
You should have picked Kane. You should have picked Kane.
I will take the box, of course.
Of course, okay.
You should have picked Kane. Was fun.
I should have picked Kane.
What WWE superstar lost a match to Wade Barrett at Hell in a Cell 2010, meaning he was forced to join the Nexus?
The guy who I had questions about all night, Mr. John
you're right,
Cena.
it is. Yeah, you're right.
He then wore a mask and became Juan Cena.
Honestly, if I'd have read ahead, I would have given you that
it.
question because of the John Cena thing. Because I've given you John Cena all night.
You know, I wonder if like John Cena.
I'm sure he's probably Juan Cena for like one show.
No, it was a
right?
house
Like-
show. It wasn't even on Raw. It was a house show.
God damn it.
Aaron and Archie are tied at 11, and I have 10.
I have a question.
Yes.
Since Aaron goes before me, if Aaron gets to 15 first and I don't miss a question, do I get to answer and tie him? Or does he win because he had made 15 first?
How about if it comes to that, we have a little sudden death?
Okay.
Like what the fuck are you, Gorilla Monsoon?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, will you stop? All right.
I'll storm out of here, leave for like 6 months, and go make Lonesome Dove, piss everybody off.
You can't do that. I have to go make Thunder in Paradise.
There goes my meal ticket. I'm using another Gorilla Monsoon. Gorilla Monsoon always used to tell Bobby, there's your meal ticket, getting his ass whooped. He didn't say ass whooped.
Yeah.
But... All right. I think it's my turn, correct?
Yes.
The box.
CM Punk defeated his WWE Championship by beating what previously undefeated superstar in Hell in a Cell 2012?
Ryback.
Wow.
You got it.
Or as Jim Cornette calls him, Fatback.
Ryback is the Billy Jack Haynes of this era.
You're giving him too much credit. All right, Aaron, you're up.
Book.
These two men are truly fantastic. Was it Tommy
God.
Hodges and Bobby Fulton, Jimmy Hart and Bobby Foster, Tommy Rogers and Bobby Fulton, or Coco B. Ware and Rocky Johnson?
Fulton and Rogers.
I don't remember. Hold on. Tommy Rogers and Bobby Fulton.
Yes. They were the Fantastics. And they were fantastic. And Tommy Rogers, I'm sorry, Kendall didn't say I was right. I was correct.
Yes.
Sorry. Bobby Fulton, I like Bobby Fulton. But Tommy Rogers was fucking great.
Rogers was the best part of that tag team.
Fucking Tommy Rogers was a goddamn fire plug. That dude could fucking work with anybody, and just
I have to agree.
If he would have been like a foot and a half taller, that dude would have been a bigger star than what he was.
I agree, and also and I don't mean to be. I don't know. I don't mean to be disrespectful to them, but the reason I can honestly say Aaron's right is I'm not a fan of the Fulton brothers as the Fantastics.
Right.
But I am a fan of Fulton and Rogers as the Fantastics.
Oh, I agree.
And that's not taking anything away from either one of the Fulton brothers. It's just, to me, Tommy was definitely the best of the best in that team.
Oh, yeah.
This might Nate, you might be like, oh, I don't know if that makes sense. Whatever. Like, he's almost like an 80s equivalent of like a Chris Candido.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I agree
Like,
with that.
this guy's so fucking good, but if he was just a fucking foot and a half taller, he'd be a fucking main eventer.
Mm-hmm. And lose that bow tie. But anyway.
Well, hey.
All right, Archie.
I will go with the boxing.
Okay. What famous WWE manager is credited with coining the phrase pencil neck geek?
Classy Freddie Blassie.
Yep.
It's my fave.
He's in my top 10.
Pencil neck geek, grit eating freak, scum sucking. What is it? Scum sucking.
Pea head with a
lousy physique.
He is definitely a manager that will not work in today's product.
If these pencil necks are a dime a dozen, I'm looking for the guy supplying the dimes.
All right. You know, since I'm at a deficit anyway, I might as well go for the gusto. Let's do a book question here, just because they always wind up being fun anyway. So let's do it.
All right. Well, the Pretty Young Things were managed by Tommy Rogers, Percy Pringle, Bobby Heenan, or Coco Beware.
Percy Pringle.
Percy Pringle.
You got it.
And guess what, Mrs. Maxson? You know what Percy Pringle's name also was in a life after Percy Pringle?
What?
He was Paul Bearer.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was blonde and thin and effeminate.
Yeah. I was just about to say polar opposite to what Paul Bearer was.
And Kendall likes eccentric things like we do, so I'm going to tell her his full name as Percy Pringle was Percival Pringle III. Isn't that fun?
There were two of those before him.
Percival Pringle III.
There were two before him.
There were two before him.
Aaron, you're next.
When he showed his lady his penis, he said, once you pop, you just don't stop.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yes.
Anyway. I have 12 points.
You have 13. You and Archie are tied at 13. I have 12.
I'll do the book.
Shouldn't have told him. He's at 12. He's at 12.
The Masked Medics were never a grappling duo. True or false?
False.
That would be false.
Wow.
You're correct.
I
a Memphis gimmick for years.
Right. I would just like to chime in and say that if I were ever to become a professional wrestler, I wanted to be a manager, and I wanted my name to be Arthur James Westfield III.
Arthur James Westfield III?
The third, yes.
I like it.
It's always been my understanding you're supposed to pick your middle name, which my middle name is James, and the street you lived on. Mm-hmm. So that's Westfield, and then I wanted to be the third. I wanted to be a cross between Paul Heyman and remember Arliss on HBO?
Yeah.
I wanted to be like that, like a sports agent. So
I think it works, Archie, and I think we might have to change your name here on the show, give you a new gimmick.
My family would never let me go to any open houses for wrestling companies, though, so it wouldn't work. My mom was like, "No, you're too small." I'm like, "Mom, what?" I'm like, I'm going to be a manager, not a wrestler.
Right, yeah.
Right. So,
but Jimmy Hart, Mom, look at him.
Right. Look at Jimmy, Mom. No, my turn?
Yep.
Okay, I will take the box again.
All right. Who became WWE's first Grand Slam champion when he beat the British Bulldog for the European Championship?
The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
You're right.
Save me a little bit of reading. Easy. No, right, I'm just a big Shawn Michaels fan. Westinghouse.
Witherspoon, whatever that last name was.
That made me think of Columbia House, where you'd get the CDs for a penny.
Yeah, I still owe him 30 cents.
Yeah,
from 1990 or 1992. Yeah,
I'm still listening to If I Had No Loot.
Tone Loc. No, not Tone Loc. Tony. Wow, Fang.
Tony.
Tone. All right, give me the box. I want to try to get back in this. It looks like I'm going to lose my title though.
All right. What North of the Border Tag Team won the World Tag Team Championship 3 times between September 93 and March 94?
The Quebecers.
You are correct.
Ooh.
They're not the
That was
Mounties.
a good one, Nate.
They're handsome. They're brave. They're strong.
They're strong.
They're not the Mounties because they enforce the law.
The law.
They're fucking awesome.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were. And you know what? Even though at first, when it first starts, it's an odd combo, those guys and Johnny Polo fucking worked. It was
perfect.
great.
Oh, fantastic.
Perfect.
The only thing I ever hated about the Quebecers, the only thing, there is a Raw from I think it's early '94 where they do commentary, and it's annoying as shit.
Oh yeah,
their gimmick does not work for a full hour. You know what I mean? Sitting at ringside. But man, for 5 minutes, they are great heels. Great heels. Jacques Rougeau is underrated as a heel, actually, as an annoying pissant heel. Just fantastic.
The Rougeau brothers were actually pretty damn good in their time.
And then Raymond Rougeau, when he became an announcer, I always loved the way he I always loved the way he pronounced the names, like Yokozuna, Lex Luger.
I was never a fan of the amazing French Canadians in WCW though.
Yeah, WCW didn't know how to book Canadians. Look at the history of WCW.
Right.
They had the biggest star in wrestling with the biggest story in wrestling, and they fucked up Bret Hart. How do you do that?
They were like, hey, we got to cool them off a little bit.
Yeah. What the fuck?
You're going to sit on the sidelines for like a month. Meanwhile,
fucking idiots.
Meanwhile, Vince is on Raw going, Brett screwed Brett. And Shawn Michaels is on Raw going, I screwed Brett. And Brett's at home going, did they screw me?
I think they did.
Let's cool them off a little bit.
Yeah.
This guy's got way too much heat coming in here.
We don't like hot guys coming in here.
Yeah. All right, Aaron. Put the nail in the coffin on my title reign here.
I only have one more.
You and Archie are both at 14, and I'm at 13.
Book.
All right. The British Bulldogs had blank as their mascot. Was it Maddie?
Maggie.
Was this easy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it Matty, Maggie, Elizabeth, or Matilda?
Matilda.
Matilda. You are correct.
Now, Nate, did you watch the Hall of Fame yet? Or no?
I watched I watched some of it. I didn't see all of it yet. I haven't seen Bischoff. I haven't seen RVD, but I did see the British Bulldogs. Yeah.
His son seemed like he was reading from a cue card.
Oh,
speaking about his father.
Everything that I have seen of this year's Hall of Fame. So, like I said, I haven't seen the whole thing yet. Everything that I've seen, I absolutely fucking hate it because none of it's genuine. None of it's genuine.
What?
None of it's genuine.
Sorry.
No, I'm gonna say none of it's genuine. You have the piped in crowd noise.
Yeah.
There's no emotion. Like it all seems like it's scripted.
You're honoring your father who passed, and you're sitting. Davey was a great wrestler. Davey did things.
That's a Canadian thing, though. The Hart Boys always called their dad Stu.
No. I didn't care about him calling his dad his first name, but it sounded like he was reading a cue card of all of Bulldog's, attributes.
Oh, yeah,
Dude, speak from the damn heart. Say, my father was the greatest wrestler the WWE ever saw from England, and I loved him, and he showed me this. But no, instead you're petting your bulldog. Davey knew how to come off the top rope. Okay, good, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Guess how far I got into the Hall of Fame.
How far?
I started watching it, and then Jerry Lawler came out, and he was like, welcome to the Hall of Fame. And then there was like fake crowd things. And then I turned it off. And then I watched WCW main event from 92.
Oh my God. No.
All right, Archie. If you don't get this, Aaron's the champ. Save us from this bragging.
I will go with the box. I've been with it all night.
Who teamed with Earthquake to form the gargantuan tag team known as the Natural Disasters?
Was it? I'm between three. Either Tsunami. No, the answer is Typhoon, aka Tugboat.
Okay. Typhoon is correct.
Uncle
AKA
Fred.
the Shockmaster.
Yes. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna all right, I'll see if everybody agrees with me. Actually, the hostess, if she agrees with me. Because you two knuckleheads have to battle it out now. So here's what happens. I've lost my title. And bro, I've got a great booking idea.
Oh no, is it New York rules, bro?
Hey, bro.
Are you putting on a poll?
It's New Jersey rules, Archie. You might win.
Oh.
There won't be any hubcaps left, but you might win.
Shit.
All right. So here we go. Here's what we're going to do. If everybody's in agreement, I think that since I have officially lost my title, I have no skin in the game. I think we should eliminate the box.
Oh, God.
And Kendall just asks Archie and Aaron book questions till someone gets it right. Are we all in agreement?
Okay.
You mean till somebody gets it wrong, right?
Yes. So somebody yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Can we eliminate the book and just go from the box? I mean,
no. The box is too easy.
But the book is full with racism.
I was already choosing questions from the book anyway, so it sounds like we're in agreement.
All right, go with the book.
All right, so Aaron first, and then Archie.
Age before beauty. Wait,
let me dig
older.
Up some good ones here.
And actually,
I think I'm older than you, Archie. How old are you, Archie?
I'm gonna be 40 in September.
Oh yeah, you're old as fuck.
Yeah, I'm old as fuck. Exactly.
So Kendall, while you get questions, just for a second, I'm gonna excuse me. I'm gonna go grab a beer, and then we'll go with this.
Okay. The We Can't Wrestle podcast, brought to you by WrestleNet Radio. Also brought to you by the Virtual Asylum for all your virtual meet and greet needs. For English, press 1. Para Español, primo número 2.
I wish I knew which questions were hard.
For me, they're all hard, so it doesn't matter.
Oh.
I hate that book.
Okay.
Everybody else left.
No, I'm right here.
Okay.
All right.
Is Kendall back?
Yes.
No, she's not. Where'd she go?
Oh, no, she left.
Oh, you fucking live with her.
Hey, where'd you go?
While you were gone, I was saying different things.
She's like, fuck you.
While you were gone, I was saying the We Can't Wrestle podcast brought to you by WrestleNet Radio and the Virtual Asylum. And then I said, for English, press 1. Para Español, prima número 2. So don't edit that out.
We were watching Seinfeld earlier, and Kramer's doing the movie phone. Why don't you just tell me what movie you want to see?
Tell me what
That's a fucking great little deal. I love it.
Channel. I want to see Channel. That is one of the better episodes.
Oh man,
when Seinfeld's like, "Why'd you have to change your number?" Chicks, man, chicks.
All right, Kendall, you're back, right?
Thunder's here.
I'm back. I don't know what happened.
Well, it is thunderstorming.
I know.
All right. Hold on.
All right, I think I found the most obscure questions I could come up with.
Oh God!
So who gets
How
to go
tall
first?
is Sky Lolo?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going first. You go first.
All right.
All right.
Hold on. So the beauty of this is that I just now get to sit back and listen to these guys compete. The first one to get a book question wrong is the loser. Sudden death for the trivia title. Kendall, fire away.
All right. How much did Haystack's Calhoun weigh? Was it 601 pounds, 502, 802, or 695?
601.
You are correct.
You know, I made the joke because since she found the most obscure question, they said, "How tall is Sky Lolo?" And the next question is, "How big was Haystack Calhoun?" That's ridiculous.
He was 727 Sky Lobes.
All right, let's go.
All right. What was Frank Gotch's one-loss record?
Wait a minute. Repeat that again. I couldn't hear that.
What was Frank Gotch's one-loss record?
Win-loss
Give me
record?
my belt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it 154 and 6, 217 and 16, 307 and 26, and 97 or 3?
Can you repeat the first one again? I'm serious. I didn't hear the first
154 to 6.
Wow, Frank Gotch didn't actually lose that much. To my understanding, I think he only lost like 4 or 5 matches.
I can read the answers again if you want me to.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so 154 to 6, 217 to 16, 307 to 26, or 97 to 3.
Okay. Gotch was around the time when they used to wrestle every single day. Sometimes more than once a day, so this has to be a very large number. I'm going to say the second one, the 200 and...
You want to say the 217 to 16?
217 and 16, you said it was?
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
All right.
I think you should have went with Kane.
You should have went with 154 to 6.
Oh.
What was it? What was it?
It was 154 wins, 6 losses.
I hate
It
you,
was
Aaron.
the first one.
I hate you, Aaron.
You should have went with Kane.
Aaron has reclaimed the We Can't Wrestle trivia title. You son of a bitch.
You know what? I hate you too, Nate, because you made this. You made these rules. You should have went with the box, man.
You should have went with Kane.
I'm gonna go have a shirt made with that saying on it. You should have went with Kane.
But Aaron, congratulations on your victory.
Aaron. Congratulations.
Yeah, to a nicer guy, it couldn't have happened.
All right, Buddy Rogers.
Remember when I said I was making that belt? Nah.
He's not. Yeah, he's not getting the
clouds. I can't hear you.
He's not getting the. He's not getting the belt made now.
What did he say? Can't hear?
Yeah, he's in the clouds. He can't hear you.
I can't hear you. Oh.
All right. Well, I want to thank Kendall for being our hostess and taking her time out to hang out with us cretins here on the We Can't Wrestle podcast.
Thank you for having
Kendall.
me. Always a pleasure. It's always fun.
And Aaron, Archie, Aaron, our champion, any parting words for your adoring public?
Yeah. If you don't like the fact that I'm the champion now, I don't give a shit. I'm the best at the trivia, and Nate's win last time was a fluke, and I proved it. and he fucking completely shit the bed. Archie was a formidable opponent, but still did not come out on top. And I am the champ, and you people just need to live with it. And if you don't like it, just I don't care.
He's a heel, damn it.
Ricky Bobby over there. If you don't chew big red gum, go fuck yourself.
Fuck yourself. No, seriously, it was very fun, and I had a good time. And that first question was fantastic.
And what little brother doesn't like to beat his big brother at something? Yeah. Mr. Mitchell, any parting words?
Yes, I would like to take this moment to announce my retirement from the box or the book. Until next time we do it. Yeah, until we do the next one.
Until next time. You're going to be like Terry Funk. You need to do the Terry Funk gimmick. You need to retire every time.
Every time.
It's like I'm like Bruno now. Two times. Nate is like the Iron Sheik. He didn't hold it very long. And Archie's
you fucking a jabroni.
I'm Barry
Horowitz.
No, he's Terry Funk. He
can't get a win.
That might have been the worst thing you've ever said to me.
Aaron Maxon came down to Amarillo, Texas.
No, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Aaron. You deserve it.
No, he doesn't. And now
that book hates me.
That being said, I want to thank Aaron and Archie and, of course, Kendall for joining me. And a reminder to please,
I got my
as
belt.
you are out there in internet land, check out WrestleNet Radio, as it's going to be big things happening there in the weeks and months to come at WrestleNet Radio. Also,
big things popping, little things stopping.
On
that radio.
And we would be remiss if we did not ask you. Actually, Chad Austin would come up and give me and Aaron each a blade job if we did not tell you to check out Reliving the Extreme, as we are watching ECW from week to week, from the beginning to the end, with ECW's Chad Austin. And that is going on right now as well. Check that podcast out. It is growing.
We should have 605 numbers.
That's what that was so funny. That was so funny. Why don't we have 605 numbers? That was
Wilbur Snyder Subaru.
Get in and listen to Reliving the Extreme before Peacock pulls it.
Yeah. But it will be available on WrestleNet Radio, so you can listen to it there. All right, everybody. Thank you once again for joining us on the We Can't Wrestle podcast this week, and we will see you again next time around. I know Archie's on vacation next week.
Yes.
So you may just have to listen to me and Aaron gasbag about something next week. But Archie,
he's on vacation. He's not doing anything. He should be able to be on there.
I'm going to be in Disney World.
Got a phone.
Okay.
And we're joined by Archie Mitchell. Oh, Archie's not here right now.
Yeah, it's a small world after all. I can't hear you guys.
And he's in the
bathroom.
I'm signing off. We'll see you next week on the We Can't Wrestle podcast.
Archie's on ice.
We always end this show on some bullshit.